There's two questions I ask regularly when I'm irritated. One is, and it's usually at a person, right? People really are I watch these near-death experience documentaries, and they're always in heaven talking to God in these, mind meld ways, amazing things. Not Jesus, God, just it's these formless beings that just transmit information, and they're spread out, and they're having the sensation that they're with their best friends, their most loved ones, but they're just energies. And oh God, they've dropped off the weight of the body, and then boom, they get knocked back into their body. And one of the things that's universal is that they're all bummed. And they're really bummed about it. And they're bummed about it because they have to deal with people. So most of what I do, and that's one of the reasons why, I thought, I'm an introvert. So I spent probably 30 years just immersed in people world, because I had to rub a lot of hatred out. And I don't mean, and it wasn't even overt hatred. I mean, I think irritation is hatred. I think frustration is hatred. I think that feeling, I would never do that. That's stupid. All of the cynicism that's online, that hatred, all of that, I have a very low pain tolerance. And I hit the point where I couldn't withdraw from the world anymore. Because now it was in here. And so I had to just come out and burn it out. So the two things that I do, the first one is, when have I been that person? That one works fairly quickly. Because there's never been an irritation that I've encountered that I haven't been at some point in some form. And then it's a double shot too, because you really get to have the burning heat of regret when you do that, and then you get to have compassion concurrently. And that question is very magical for me. And then the second is, and this is probably, the first is probably my feminine mind. This would probably be my masculine mind, because I go through the logic of anger. And when you get to it, I'm very insubordinate. I'm a very rebellious person. And so I don't want anything to have sway over me. I don't want anyone's actions, especially ignorant actions, to have control over me. And I like to be mentally clear, sober in my way. And I consider anger a form of intoxication. And so I like to have like a pristine mind, especially when I'm making decisions. And it's absolutely impossible if I'm angry. So then that's the first thing I do, is I get the motivation to actually work with it. Because it's not a very enjoyable thing at first to work with. It comes to be, like, I just read this great thing that all spiritual people at some point have to become masochists, because all you're working with is pain. And so you have to learn to eat that for breakfast, right? And you have to be like, okay. So then the next piece is, so I start with, I'm not interested in anything being my master, especially anger. If I'm going to have something be my master, it's at least going to be sexy. It's not going to be that, I can tell you that. So then what I do is I run through in a sense, the logic of it. And this is a very important piece that I learned. I learned it I knew it at an intuitive level, but Steven Pinker put words to it when he was talking about most writers, when they write, they overestimate their audience. And then you realize, oh, I'm angry because I was expecting someone to do something that they didn't know how to do.